And just I want to give my feedback with this vehicle, and I own it for over 6 months now, and I covered around 2800 kilometers. So let's have a review, not a exactly review, but I use this vehicle for my daily commute and grocery errands around my home. So let's discuss about it, why I choose Ather over any other electric vehicles. So yeah, so when I bought this vehicle in November 2022, so at that time I was looking for a scooter, basically not even any petrol vehicle or electric vehicle, so in price range of around 1,20,000 or 30,000. So at that time I was only looking for a scooter which comes around that price range. But in that price range we have only two options. One is TVS Iqube and Ola S1 Pro. That's Ola S1 Pro comes around 1,40,000, and S Cube, yes, not ST variant, and S variant comes around 1,30,000 or 35,000 on road and Bangalore. So I booked Iqube, but I was waiting more than 3 months now, and there is no sign of delivery or any communication from TVS. So I was a bit of fed up with the response from TVS. So at that time that TVS I rolled out, and only 2 electric vehicles in my list, that is Ather or Ola. So and when I purchased around November, right, at that time Ola has a lot of issues, and they were reported a few fire accidents on Ola. So at that time I was not even confident to go and get a Ola at that time. So only option left me is Ather. So when I went and booked Ather at that time, previously when I know like Ather was also waiting period of 3 months, and just I thought of like, let's wait for 3 months and book Ather and Iqube, whichever comes first I will get that. So when I reached to their service center in Dhirendra Nagar, and I booked Ather, and they confirmed like vehicle will be delivered within 50 days. So I really had no option to wait for Iqube and Ather. So I got Ather first, so I got it. Okay. So this is how I choose Ather over any other electric vehicle, but I don't have really any other option to get Ather. Ather was my last option, and Iqube was my first option, but somehow TVS messed up with their production lineup, and they were really not that response when you comes to your queries. So I got Ather on November, meaning I booked it around November 6th, and I got delivered on November 24th or 26th. I really don't remember exact dates. So price, so how much I got it? So this is Ather Gen 3, and I paid 1,67,000 to be precise. Let's talk about the comfort. So see, this scooter not meant for bigger build people. Like my height is 5'10", and I feel bit of a cramped on this scooter, and for my size this scooter feels small. So if you are over 5'10" or 11 over my height, then please look for any other scooter, because this scooter really looks small in front of you, and this handlebar will for sure touch your knees when you take sharp U-turns, or you want to just take a left and right directions, right? In that case, this here is almost touching my knees because I have 5'10". So this is not a scooter for you if you are over 5'10". And let's speak about the comfort and handling of the scooter. So for my height, this scooter is pretty comfortable, and the seat gives a bit of a good cushion, and you can ride it comfortably around the city. And for pillion, I think it's a bit of a small space, and if you have a female co-passenger, if you have female pillion, then she might feel comfortable. But if you have a bigger built pillion, in that case this scooter feel cramped, and for pillion they might feel bit of a bouncy ride. So I'll come to the ride and handling part. So yeah, for comfort, so comfort is pretty much a comfortable scooter to ride around. So how about handling? So Ather is meant for handling, meaning so suspension is bit stiffer side, so you feel each and every bumps, potholes and uneven roads of our Bangalore, so you feel each and everything on your body. So suspension is stiffer, and this handling is really good. Okay, so this is meant for sharp handling, and you really feel very confident around the corners, and you feel very confident on the roads. So this scooter is meant for handling. If you are a kind of a person you like riding all around, and you want to bit of higher speeds, right, in that case this scooter really makes you smile. So there are two options to get battery options. That is, one is a portable charger, another is a dot charger, and I really recommend to go for a portable charger rather than dock charger, because the dock charger will be mounted on your walls in your home, so it's not even you are really restricted to a single place. So if it is a portable charger, then you can keep it in your boot and you can carry over. And if you have in my office we have options for charging, so whenever it will comes down to 30%, right, I'll keep it in charging in my office. So that is one of the advantages if you get it portable charger. Generally I used to charge my generally I used to charge my scooter when charge percentage comes down to 30% or 20%. So whenever charge is around 20 to 30%, right, I will charge my scooter. And so it will take around 4.5 to 5.5 hours, so depends on how much charge left with the left in the battery. So if you take charges around 20%, right, it will take 4.5 hours or 5 hours to fully charged in your home charger. So how much range I will get it? So for range, so generally I used to ride it in sports and work mode, and for 1% of battery drop you will get 1 kilometer, meaning if you go covering 1 kilometer means there will be 1% of battery drop from your Ather. So for 100% you will get 100 kilometers. So I never tested 0 to 100, but generally if I take it 100 to 20%, right, I used to get around 80 kilometers. So in that sense you will get 1 kilometer for each 1% of battery consumption. For units to charge this full battery from 0 to 100, so I never tested that part, because I really have no equipment to test how much units it will consume for charge 0 to 100%. But you will get a ride logs from Ather every month. So for April month, April ride logs, my statistic shows like I covered around 543 kilometers, and I consumed around 30 units. So if you calculate, right, for 1 unit you will get around 18 and a half kilometers. So for Ather claims if you charge this scooter for 0 to 100, then it will consume 4 units. So that I'm not sure how much it consumes, but if I go with the statistics of Ather, means that's pretty accurate. I consumed I covered around 543 kilometers, and it about 30 units, meaning for each unit I used to get around 18 and a half kilometers. So that is pretty much a good. So let's speak about software and its dashboard. And still I face a lot of minor glitches with the software. They are rolling out a lot of patches, and still their software is not that stabilized. But that doesn't mean that scooter won't ride it. Scooter never stopped me riding it, even though we have issues with the software. That is one good thing about Ather. And the dashboard is really like laggy. What I mean to say laggy, but it's not that responsive. So even though they increase the RAM size, and still it's a laggy. Morons. So let's speak about improvement areas of this scooter, where you are paying 1.67 lakh, which I paid, and currently this scooter is selling out of 1.5 lakhs. So for this price range, this should have been avoided, but still it's there. So first is these buttons. These buttons are cheap quality, and plastic on the scooter is pretty average. Second point, as I said before, software and dashboard experience bit average. There is still a lot of software glitches, and this dashboard is not that responsive. It's still laggy. And maps, so they will like float around, like they have included the Google Maps, but still Google Maps will take time to load it. Once it is loaded, then you are pretty much good. But third point is mirrors. These mirrors won't give you a good visibility what's behind you, so this could have been improved. And fourth point, boot space is not adequate, and if you are carrying your portable charger inside boot, then there is no practical usable space inside your boot. The point is, so this lights, right, headlights, there is no visibility at the night, so they are there for the sake of it. And especially the visibility is 0 to none, so there is no visibility for headlights. And sixth point, and not sure whether it's a disappointment or improvement areas, or the scooter behave like this, but I will get grinding noise or motor noise from flatboard if I rev it around. If I are cruising around 25 km per hour to 40 km per hour in between, right, there is a grinding noise from the motor and from flatboard. But this is how feels a bit annoying while riding it. Or I feel like something is like rubbing each other inside my flatboard, so I'm not sure. Even I reached out to service center, and they have no clue about it. So that is my sixth point. Seventh point, seventh point, as I said, if you reach out to any of your nearest Ather service centers, right, the response is really poor. So looks like a lot of new Ather service center setting up, and the people or service center guys, they are new, and they are a bit of a lag of they are lacking of a bit of a knowledge and training. So in that aspect, I think this will be settled down over a period of time. But as of now, so if you have any unique issues with your scooter, so don't expect it will be resolved soon. So you have to live with that. So as of now, linked with this flatboard noise. Eighth point. So this side stand makes of a thud sound each time when I close it. I'm not sure this is a design flaw or this is how they designed it, but I feel annoying for that like thud sound each time when I close it. Ninth point. I think for the price of 1.5 lakhs or 1.67 lakhs, so they should have added a 30 plus more range, or 30% more of a battery. That could be really like a good addition to this scooter if you are considering the price point. 10th point is like suspension is bit stiffer side. If you have any back issues or any orthopedic issues with the issues, right, in that case you better to avoid Ather, and better go with Ola or TVS Iqube, because suspension is stiff. You feel each and every bumps on the road. So this is not meant for people who have back aches or any issues with your back, or any like orthopedic issues, health issues, I mean to say. Points which are very good things about this scooter. One is this range prediction is damn accurate. If you see, if your range is showing 50 kilometers, 60 kilometers, right, if you ride whichever mode you ride it, right, it will cover 30. That range prediction is pretty accurate on this scooter, so you can blindly rely on a range prediction. Second, ride and handling. So this is like you are buying a sports bike. So you know, right, sports bike, those are meant to be handling. They are superior in handling. So same way, this scooter is pretty much superior to every other scooter out there. Third point, and whenever you ride it, right, it brings smiles on your face for sure. You will really love to ride this Ather each and every time. So even though I rode it Ola, even though I rode it Vida, even though I rode it TVS Iqube, but I still prefer riding Ather because of this nimbleness and sharp handling. Ather grids are everywhere in Bangalore. If you are in Bangalore, so you know, like, Ather grids are everywhere. If you need any last minute juice, right, you can go and go and reach it any of nearest Ather grids and you can charge your vehicle. So do I recommend this scooter to my family or my friends? Even I get one more Ather for myself. Yes, I do. So why? So first thing is, like, the scooter never stopped or never made me disappointed on the road. Second point is, this acceleration or throttle response is like your conventional scooter. It's you feel really connected to the scooter. And third point, I really like this visual sound of the scooter, and this is my personal opinion. This visual sound, that whenever I throttle it or whenever I accelerate it, right, it makes a bit of visual sound. That's where I feel like connected to scooter. I forgot to add it in a negative aspect, that is service cost of the scooter. So every 5,000 kilometers, right, you need to service your scooter. So for that, initially there was a plans for every quarterly. It's coming around 5,000, comes around 1,500 rupees. But now they looks like they removed quarterly plans and they were introduced only yearly plans. Yearly, it costing around 3,000 with service included. So that's what I feel bit of a higher side of the kind of my usage, meaning I cover around 500 kilometers per month, and it will take a year to cover 5,000 kilometers. For that usage, I think 3,000 rupees really a bit of a higher side. Yeah, this is overall experience as of now. Experience with the scooter as of now, I'm a bit of a pretty much happy with the scooter, even though I spent around 30,000 extra over any other electric vehicles and 70,000 over petrol scooters. But every time I ride it, I feel like I made a right decision. So yeah, so this is my overall experience with the scooter.